All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon to the class of 2023. This is Principal Reed, and it's really good to be with you all today. But before we get into the program, allow me to acknowledge that this process of remote learning has not been easy for students nor staff. Our news reports lately are also quite overwhelming. The pandemic, peaceful and not so peaceful protests, and the unsettling nature of our society in this moment. Understand that each and every one of you matter. You are important. You are valued. You matter. I know that we will make it together as the Chelsea CTE family that we are. I love you, your Chelsea CTE family loves you, and we are here for you. So thank you for taking the time to join us today. Let's jump right in. Our etiquette, this session is being recorded and will be made available to those who are unable to attend to have access to all the information shared. It will also be made public. So if you have not done so already, please mute your mics and turn your cameras off as well. If you've dialed in, hit *6 on your phone. Throughout the presentation, you may have questions or comments. We will have 2 Q&A sessions, so please type them in the chat and they will be answered by one of our faculty and staff who are in the meeting at this time. So who do we have with us? We have both assistant principals, Ms. Perez and Ms. Dixon, your guidance counselor, Ms. Lawrence, Ms. Renner, our coordinator of student activities. We also have both student advocates, Ms. Ebo and Coach V. And we also have the entire CTE department, Mr. Fowler, Ms. Grimes, Ms. Mack, Ms. Thomas, and Mr. Tebbett. And lastly, we have members of the college and career team, Ms. Thomas, who's also in that office, Mr. Marr, and Ms. Moreno. So the agenda, I'll allow everyone a moment to review the agenda. We will start with a video that speaks about you all, the class of 2023, believing in yourselves. And then we'll end with an open mic town hall session where you have time with me and me only to discuss any questions, concerns, and to address any other items of relevance. That portion of the meeting will not be recorded. So let's get into our video. Bear with me while I switch the screen.
Your brain is like a circuit switch. Once you believe you are something, you actually embody it. You embody that feeling. If you were, God forbid, in a coma, and you woke up and you didn't really have a memory, and you were told that you used to be a Navy SEAL, and they want you back now when you're healthy, do you think you'd act differently and hold yourself differently, conduct yourself different, and have a different self-concept of who you are than if you were told you were a piano instructor? Being successful in life is all about having the proper belief system in who you are. Truly believing that you are something unique, that you are something special in that field. If you truly believe inside of you that you are one of the best actors in the world, you will be entirely different than if you're like, I hope I'm good. Your expressions will be totally different. Your tone of voice. You'll talk in a more convincing fashion. You'll use your natural voice instead of a scripted one. You'll be more emphatic. You'll be more real, more relatable. Our brain is like a circuit. And so if we introduce it with the proper wiring, you're going to go straight to your target. If you're unsure about who you are, then your dreams, your goals, they will never become a reality. Everyone has mental doubts in life, internal conflicts. Even the most successful people that you look up to, but they don't live there. It's how you handle those negative thoughts in that exact moment and overwhelm them with positive action. And that comes with this utmost confidence in yourself that you can handle the situation. Trust in yourself that you are better than the moment. The greats think differently. The greats see differently, right? The greats have a different worldview. The greats, they approach the game in a totally different way. So I need you to do me a huge favor. I need you to think about what you're thinking about when your effort is low. Because if you can get this, you can get any success you want in life. You can have anything you want in life if you can get this. The next time you give a low effort, right? You give it 70% or 50% or 30%. I want you to think about what you're thinking about when your effort is low. If your effort is low, you're probably not thinking about the opportunity. You're probably thinking about the obligation. And when you think about E.T., how you stay pumped up? E.T.'s how you stay on fire. E.T., how you always driven, even in the midst of trials and tribulations, even in the midst of your haters, when people try to break you and tear you down. E.T., how you stay strong. I keep thinking about the opportunity. Every single day, I'm thinking about the opportunities, and I'm not looking at this thing as an obligation. I'm not looking at this thing as something that I have to do or that I'm forced to do, right? Something that somebody's making me do. Every time I wake up, I'm thinking, I'm alive, baby, this is the day. This is an opportunity. If you want what you've never had before, if you want to do what you've never done before, if you want to be what you've never been before, change your mentality. And I want you to see that effort goes up when you look at it as, I got an opportunity of a lifetime. But you should be excited about the fact that you have an opportunity.
All right, so let's take a moment now and reflect in the chat box, and this includes all students and staff for that matter. What are two positive things that you believe about yourself? We'll take another about 30 seconds here. Very nice reflections, beautiful. Thank you, everyone, for your reflections. As we get into the crux of today's presentation, Allow me to start with the remote grading policy. So we have been in remote learning, and the third and final marking period will end on Friday, June 19th. That date is valid as of today, but it is subject to change. The third marking period reflects your course mastery as aligned to state standards from the spring semester of 2020. So when you receive a 65 or better on your report cards and transcripts, what does that mean? That means that you've passed the class, you've earned that course credit, and if you are currently sitting in a Regents terminating class, so whether that's US History or Algebra 1 or Living Environment, and you pass both the fall semester and this spring semester, then you also obtain the Regents exemption. What does the Regents exemption mean? It means that the New York State Education Department has waived the requirement to sit for the June and August Regents because of COVID-19. So when you pass both sections of either your living environment, your math, and your US history courses, you will have the 3 exemptions for those Regents exams, and they will count towards your graduation, and you will not have to sit for those exams later on throughout your high school career. When you receive your grades, your families can decide whether or not they want to keep the numeric grade. If they do not want the numeric grade, they'd have to email the request to Ms. Perez at sperez6@chelseahs.org after final report cards are issued, and that would be reversed to a CR. A CR means that you've still passed the class, you've still earned the course credit, but now the grade does not affect your overall grade point average. In the event that you happen to receive an NX on your report cards or transcripts, that means that the course requirements are not met yet. You might have needed some additional time for course mastery, and your grade is pending through January of 2021. So that means you have until now through January of 2021 to complete any tasks or assignments that would align to meeting the course requirements. It is important to note, however, that if you receive an NX, it does not obtain the Regents exemption after August of 2020. So if you receive an NX on one of those Regents terminating classes I mentioned earlier, the US, the Algebra 1, or the Living Environment, and if you are engaging in summer school and you're not successful quite yet, then you would not qualify for that Regents exemption. The academic school year does end on June 26th. So if the marking period ends on June 19th, what do I do the following week? Well, you still have to continue to check in daily with attendance, and we want you to continue engaging in wellness activities, self-care, and student activities that will be in the Student Activities Google Classroom. So that week, in essence, is for you to prepare for the next step, whether that's a summer class or something that you're doing in the summer or preparing for the fall. Graduation requirements. So you are at the tail end of your first year, your freshman year with us at Chelsea CTE. So congratulations to you all. In order to graduate, you have to accumulate 44 plus credits in order to meet the credit requirements. And again, if you, when you pass those classes, both in the fall and the spring, you do qualify for that Regents exemption, which again, once you get the exemptions, you don't have to take those tests again, and they certainly count towards graduation. Freshmen are not taking any CTE certifications at this time. There may be a small number of you doing the IC3. So if you're doing that, those were available remotely, and those can also count towards the CTE endorsement requirements for your diploma 3 years from now. Now, Ms. Lawrence will also go into the graduation diploma requirements in more detail. Ms. Lawrence?
Thank you, Principal Reed. Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure to see you all here. In order to earn a high school diploma in New York State, students must satisfy 2 requirements. As just mentioned, requirement number 1 are your credits, which are basically your classes that you're scheduled for each semester. And requirement number two are the Regents exams. Students can earn three types of diplomas: a Regents diploma, an Advanced Regents diploma, and a local diploma. Let's look at the requirements for each of these diploma. We'll start with the Regents diploma. Students must earn scores of 65 or higher on 5 exams to get a Regents diploma. These exams are English, any social studies exam, global history or US history, any math exam, algebra or geometry or algebra 2 trigonometry, any science exam, living environment or earth science or chemistry or physics. And for the +1 option, any other Regents exam. Credit requirements. Students need a total of 44 credits as listed in the following subject area breakdown. English, 8 credits. Social studies, 8 credits, including 4 credits in global history, 2 credits in US history, 1 credit in participation in government, and 1 credit in economics. Math, 6 credits, including 2 credits in algebra, 2 credits in geometry, and another 2 credits in algebra 2 trigonometry. Science, 6 credits, including 2 credits in living environment, 2 credits in earth science, 2 credits in chemistry, and 2 credits in physics. Language other than English. At Chelsea, we offer Spanish, and 2 credits are required. Physical education, 2 credits. Health, 1 credit. The arts, 2 credits. And finally, electives, which are your major classes, a minimum of 7 credits. For the Advanced Regents diploma, students must score 65 or higher on 9 exams to earn this Advanced Regents diploma. Again, we start with the ELA, but you need 3 math exams: Algebra 1, Geometry, and Algebra 2 Trigonometry. 1 Social Studies exam, Global History or US History. 2 Science exams, Living Environment and 1 other science. So this could be Living Environment and Earth Science, Living Environment and Chemistry, Living Environment and Physics. Again, for the Advanced Regents diploma, the language other than Spanish, other than English rather, is required. And finally, for the +1 option, any additional Regents exams. Credit requirements. The same total number of credits, 44, with the same category breakdown, is needed for the Advanced Regents diploma as for the Regents diploma. Next, we will look at the local diploma. All students can earn a Regents diploma or an Advanced Regents diploma. Some students have the option to earn a local diploma. This option allows some students to graduate with scores of 55 or higher on their Regents exams. I want to speak briefly about college and career readiness. The DOE has minimum passing scores of 65 on the Regents exams. However, higher scores are needed to demonstrate college and career readiness to avoid taking remedial courses in college. A 75 or higher is needed on the ELA Regents, and a 70 or higher is needed on the algebra and geometry Regents. 65 or higher, a 65 would still be considered on the Algebra 2 trigonometry regions. I also want to speak briefly about credit acquisition and promotional requirements. To be considered on track to graduate, students must pass all their classes each semester. The Department of Education recognizes, however, that due to extenuating circumstances, students at times are not as successful as they could be otherwise, which brings us to promotional requirements. Students are promoted based on the number of credits they have earned. In order to be promoted from grade 9 to grade 10, students need a minimum of 10 credits rather. From grade 10 to grade 11, students need a total of 20 credits, and this must include 4 credits in English and 4 credits in social studies. To be promoted from the junior year to the senior year, students need a total of 30 credits. Now, this was a quick review. Additional information is on the DOE website. There are also 2 links plus a copy of the graduation requirement card posted in my Google Classroom. Please leave your comments and questions for further follow-up.
Thank you, Ms. Lawrence. So we'll now have our first Q&A session. If you have any questions about anything I've discussed or the items that Ms. Lawrence has discussed, you can type your question now in the chat function, and we will answer them. Okay, no questions for now, so we will move right along. So all freshmen are in the throes of selecting your CTE majors. I know Ms. Mack has posted some of the information in her Google Classroom. So we do have 3 CTE majors. This is your track of study for the next 3 years of your high school career with us. Ms. Lawrence did mention the electives. That's what the DOE calls it, but at Chelsea CTE, those are your major courses, right? So the courses that you're going to study and get certifications in for the next 3 years. So we do have cabling and telecommunications with Ms. Thomas. We have Cisco networking with Mr. Tebbett. And then we also have graphic design with Ms. Grimes and Mr. Fowler. Immediately after this meeting, you will get an email that has links to all of the presentations and/or videos for these particular programs. So you want to look at those programs, you want to get all the information there. And if you have any questions about them, we will host another town hall just about the CTE major selection process. So again, you did get that form previously. So you utilize the email that will be sent to you immediately after this presentation. Do your research on all 3 programs, and then you're going to use the form that you've gotten to make your CTE major selections. We'll now transition to the Advanced Placement Course Interest Survey with Ms. Perez. Ms. Perez?
Good afternoon, class of 2023. How you doing out there? Well, I hope. I want you to know that I love and miss you. Don't hesitate to reach out to us if you need anything. So today I'm here to talk about our AP Course Interest Survey. We are potentially offering the following course for 10th grade, AP Psychology as your 10th grade science class. Here is the link. And please complete the survey by June 8th, which is Monday, if you haven't already done so. If you've completed and submitted the survey, there is no need to do it again. So thank you, class of 2023. Go Lions.
Thank you, Ms. Perez. And now we'll have Ms. Dixon speak about Care Monkey, our new digital form system. Ms. Dixon? So we might have lost Ms. Dixon. So With CareMonkey, we are implementing a program that will allow all the forms that we usually send out in physical form. We give you a packet, and we are moving into a digital format now. So you all should have received registration emails this week, you and your parents or guardians. And the first thing that is due is your emergency contact information, or the blue cards. So your parents have received those emails, they should have registered, and now they can do all the forms that we usually require in person to be done electronically using any device that's available, whether that be a cell phone, a tablet, or a laptop or desktop computer. Next month in July and August, you will get a total of 2 new school year orientation forms. Those forms include the emergency contact information, of course, the outside lunch form, the media consent form, et cetera, et cetera. So those forms will go out between July and August. And once you complete those 10 new school forms, then your outside lunch permission form that'll go out on the 15th will give you that. You are rising sophomores, so you have earned the right, so long as the grades and the Regents exams are in the correct place, to go outside for lunch. So that is now an automated system. We are moving away from paper and into the digital format. This is a totally secure process, and company, it is vetted through the DOE. All of your parents' information, all of your information is completely secure. So if your parents got that email, let them know to please register. And if they haven't, they can reach out to Ms. Dixon at Chelsea. And now we'll have Ms. Thomas discuss remote internships and opportunities. Ms. Thomas?
Good afternoon, class of 2023. This is Ms. Thomas speaking. Most of you know me from coming into Ms. Mack's classroom to say hi and to talk to you about working papers and about applying for internships. And the majority of you guys were very active in submitting your summer youth applications. And unfortunately, we had to cancel it due to the pandemic. But moving forward, in order for you to get the most out of your classroom experience in your CTE classes, we do offer you paid internships. These paid internships can take place after school, during the school year, or during the summer. And particularly for our 10th grade, rising 10th graders, rising 9th graders, excuse me, we have another program called CareerWise New York. Some of you guys were able to join on that webinar last week with your parents to find out more information about that. But more information will be given out throughout the school year for that particular purpose. And again, the purpose of the work-based learning experience is for you to explore, you know, the career that you may be interested in. As a student at a CTE school, you're also required to complete 54 hours of some type of work experience towards your credentials for your high school diploma. But again, I think most of you guys are very much aware of it. I know a few of you guys have participated in Futures and Options. I know Amara, she finished her program the first semester. So, but again, you know where to find me, hopefully. If not in school, you find me online. My email for work-related stuff is wbl@chelseahs.org. Or if you have any questions, concerns, you could drop it in the chat as well.
Thank you, Ms. Thomas. Now, Ms. Moreno will discuss college readiness. Ms. Moreno?
Good afternoon, everyone. Oh, Mr. Moore, did you want to go ahead?
I just wanted to introduce Ms. Moreno and say hello, but I'll be on the next slide. I'm sorry.
Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Friday. I hope you and your loved ones are doing well during these challenging times. And we do thank you for joining us today. I'm going to briefly talk to you about current events that are taking place in the College and Career Office. So for one, applications for College Now at BMCC are available now. The College Now program allows you to earn free, and let me say it again, free college credits while you are in high school. This is a great opportunity for you to save time and money for college. And in order to apply, you must be recommended by a core subject teacher, for example, your English or math teacher. So make sure that you communicate with that teacher that you are interested in applying for the College Now program and ask them to write a recommendation letter for you. They can also email one of us from the College and Career Office for assistance with this. And then the next couple of slides will have our contact information if you don't already have it. And 2, we'll be hosting live information sessions from college representatives throughout the month of June. We will soon be announcing our dates for SUNY Delhi and Parsons School of Design, so stay tuned. And now I'll pass it off to Ms. Damar, who will talk to you a bit about a college readiness checklist that we came up with.
So most people assume that the college application process begins in senior year, possibly in junior year, but really we want you to be thinking about college as freshmen and sophomores as well. Even though you might not be putting together applications, there's an awful lot that you can get done in advance so that you can be ready when senior year comes. And it feels far away in the distant future right now, but 2.5 years goes by very quickly, and that time will be upon you much faster than you think it will. So here are a few things that you can do in the meantime, especially during the summertime. We have a number of opportunities that become available on a regular basis for you to participate in online college fairs, where many representatives from colleges all over the region and all over the country will present regarding what they have to offer, give you virtual tours of their campuses, and let you know what their admission requirements are. And in addition to that, you can visit the websites of the vast majority of colleges that are out there, where they have virtual college visits posted online, where you can have somebody tour you through the campus to show you what the campus looks like and give you more information about what's available at that college. Once you've done that, then you can start putting together a tentative college list. So if you are interested in a particular field of study, use that Google thing on the internet to search up some colleges. We are here to support you. If you have questions about that and you want to get started right away, just let us know, and we're here to support you with that. In addition, you will be taking the PSAT next year. Every sophomore in New York City takes it every spring. You are able to go to the College Board website right now, create an account, and you should be able to access Khan Academy in order to start practicing for the PSAT, which consists mostly of reading and writing skills and mathematics. If you need support with that, again, let us know. Ms. Moreno will be presenting our contact information in the next slide. So let us know what we can help you with. Be safe and well, and we hope to speak with you as soon as you're able to.
Yeah, so we are available virtually. Our virtual college office hours are right on the slide. We're available Mondays from 4 to 5:30, Wednesdays 1 to 2, and then 4 to 5:30. Fridays 1 to 3, and then again 4 to 5:30 p.m. And you only need the Google Meet nickname, Chelsea College Office. But we're also available by appointment if you'd rather do a more of an individual basis. And our emails are right on the screen. So just send us an email and we'll be able to sort of schedule you in to meet with us. Thank you for joining today.
Thank you, Ms. Moreno. Now we'll have Ms. Ebo and Coach V discuss some student supports.
Hi, good afternoon, class of 2023. It's glad to see you in here. We miss you desperately and can't wait to see you again. We just wanted to let you know that we are still here to support and advocate for you. It's easy to contact us. abo@chelseahs.org for me, and Coach V's email's up there, or you can reach him on Instagram. I also wanted to talk to you about a new meeting that we have in the Google Classroom called Chelsea Voice Student Alliance. In light of everything that's going on in our world today, here, across the country, it's a place where we can talk about what is happening, a safe space where you can express how you feel about it, a safe space to think about how we can be allies to each other in every community. And we're hoping to move this into our school in real time as opposed to virtually. We've got 2 great 11th graders who are our leaders in that group. And we just invite you, just go onto that Google Classroom. You'll see the invite at the top for the Google Meets, usually held on Thursdays at 4:30. All right, Coach V, Instagram Live.
Yes, Coach. I mean, Miss Elbow. Instagram Live every Thursday and Friday, 3:30. Make sure you're there. Join. We have games that's going on. And just, just there to watch and express.
All right, we'd love your ideas and suggestions for it too. We're also looking for volunteers to create videos for our incoming freshman orientation. What have your experiences been like? Create videos about your CTE majors. We have some questions that we think incoming freshmen might ask. And also you could put what you wanted to know before you came into high school. So please feel free to email me, send me videos, questions, ideas for our incoming freshman orientation. I have reached out to a few of you. I've had some great videos back from a couple of you, and they were wonderful. So we're willing to take more. So guys, just send what you have for me, okay? And be safe and well.
Thank you, Ms. Ebo and Coach V. Now we'll have student activities by Miss Renna. Miss Renna?
Hello, hello, class of 2023, my new set of kids. I miss you guys so much, and it means so much to me to see so many of my kids on here with us for this town hall. I hope all is well, and I'm going to say it again, I do miss you guys so much. Please come to my live meetings when I have them, because I'm feeling very lonely and a little left out that I don't have visitors. But back to our activities. So we do have an activities Google Classroom page. Some of the upperclassmen had expressed that it felt a little stressful because I put things as assignments. I only put them as assignments just to remind you. You guys kind of skimmed through the stream a little bit too quickly. So those assignments are just check-ins. It's me to speak to you instead of being able to see you in the cafeteria and just say, hey, what's up? See you in period 1 or period 2 and say, hey, what's up? It's my way of just checking in, reminding you to do attendance and to just have a conversation about food carts or anything that we need to do, and have some really bad jokes, because that's what I'm known for. On top of the Google Classroom having just that, we have Wellness Wednesdays. Now, some of the kids, Ashton, you participated in the one this week. That's fantastic. It's just a chance for us to connect. Maybe we do a little bit of meditation, some stress relief, we do some exercises. Honestly, it's just a good time for us to find out what we can do while we're stuck at home to keep our minds and our bodies active. The teachers do one too at 8:15, guys. I love it. I actually love it. It's like what highlights my Wednesdays for me. So the code is always there on the screen, but I also post it every Wellness Wednesday to remind you with like some kind of little fun question. You don't have to answer the question. It's just to remind you. Also on Wednesdays, Mr. Jones does We Want Wellness Wednesdays. That's a mouthful for me, but it's really a great time. It's for any of you who have younger siblings, and I know a lot of you do, and you wind up being, maybe the babysitter during the daytime. And so this is just a great way for them to have something to interact with. He reads a story for you and your siblings, and the meeting code is just We Wellness. I will be posting that as well. I've been bad about posting that on the Google Classroom, but I'll make sure I do it this week coming up. And again, we're going to plug it, but the Instagram Live, it's absolutely amazing. We have teachers come on and teach us new things sometimes. Sometimes you guys come on and show us how to do an actual challenge when we can't do it in the 60 seconds and you guys can. We listen to playlists. If you want to send me a playlist, please join us. It's every Thursday, Friday at 3:30. If you want, we can add on another day here and there if we have something else going on. Today is the senior celebration, day 2. So today is really dedicated to seniors, but please join us. The handle, I think that's what it's called, right, guys? The handle is Chelsea CTEHS. I'll put it in the chat after. And then when we are back, as soon as we have a date that we're a lot back in the building and I can see you guys and not give you air hugs and see all my kids, we're going to be doing a party. So you guys don't know me that well because we only had so many months together, but I am so against parties. It like scares me. You can't even understand, parties get, but you guys deserve it. This is going to be an epic back to school party. It's going to have everybody. It's going to just be a good time for everyone to say, hey, I missed you. That's what you look like in person. So if you have any, suggestions, any ideas what we could do in the future, please email me at lrenna@chelseahs.org. I'm also on Instagram at l.renna_chelseahs. Feel free to reach out to me anyway, and we will get these things moving forward for you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. So class of 2023, as we draw to a close, what does it mean to actually finish strong? Well, It starts with your belief in yourself. I believe that you are a brilliant young adult who has all the capacity to
So
finish strong.
talk about what the CTE.
We believe that you can reach your fullest potential by giving every task your best effort. Now is the time to cultivate your positive beliefs in yourself in order to become the greatest version of yourself. You are all lions, our leaders, innovators, orators, newsmakers, and scholars. During these unprecedented times, you have demonstrated these ideals in so many ways. Your generation, Generation Z, is shaping our future. You have reminded us, the adults, of the importance of practicing empathy, patience, and innovation. We are using technology in ways we have never done before, and for that, we thank you. With approximately 15 online days remaining, your future starts now. Check into daily attendance every day, complete your assignments, and attend live sessions for support with your teachers, Ms. Lawrence and Mr. Jones, as well as the college and career team. Check your email daily and follow us on social media. On behalf of our entire Chelsea CTE family, we want you to know that we are right by your side as we virtually walk together to the finish line. We will all finish strong. Thank you, class of 2023. We'll now have our second Q&A session. And for this particular session, if you have any questions about anything that was presented throughout the presentation, you can ask them now. Also, if you have any questions on the CTE majors, you can. But like I said earlier, you will receive an email with all of the presentations for each respective major. And so we will do another session just for questions around CTE majors. But if you have questions now or questions about anything else, you can ask that in the chat. Okay, so at this time, I'm going to ask that all faculty and staff excuse themselves. I want to thank everyone for coming and wish you all a wonderful weekend. This time now is for students to stay behind. If you have any questions or concerns that you'd like to share with me, I am going to stop the recording now